Hi, everyone. Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Now streaming studio. Hope everyone's having a nice Wednesday. Wednesday is our Crime Stoppers Day, and it has been, I think, maybe 2 or 3 months since we've had Chief Deputy Ben Houchin in the building. We had Captain John Vick last month, but I think the month before that, our schedules just couldn't connect. How the heck have you been?
Vacation.
I might have been. I might have canceled on you the last month. Everything going good, though?
Everything's going good. Change of weather?
Gosh, I enjoy this. I enjoy the cloudy, cool.
I wish the wind wasn't blowing quite so hard.
The wind has been... It's been a lot.
Some of my decorations have ended up over on my neighbor's yard.
Hey, I know we warned everyone last couple nights, like, hey, it's going to be blowing 30, 40 miles an hour. And those Halloween blow-up decorations seem to they're everywhere now.
I have 3 of them, and one of them was gone, and I had to go find it.
I'll ask you. I didn't mention it, but you obviously have the pink patch on.
I do.
For breast cancer awareness. How has that gone so far this month?
Good so far. You know what? People really comment on those and look at it, and a lot of agencies are doing this now.
Yeah.
And any way we can support, what a great cause.
Yeah, it absolutely is a great cause. So again, I don't know, can you kind of turn your shoulder to the camera? Oh, yeah, there you go. It looks good, and those are available, I think, for purchase, right? If people want to buy them,
all you got to do is come down to the office. We don't take credit cards or Venmo, but have $5 in cash, and we'll be more than happy to let you have one.
There you go. All right. So again, obviously Wednesday, Crime Stoppers Day. Usually, again, we have a crime and we need sort of someone to attach it to. But with LSO, you guys have your Lancaster Lookout, so you kind of have a list of people that you're kind of keeping your eye out for.
Yeah, we get this people that we're kind of having some difficulties locating, and we need the public's help. And so here we are asking for it.
Mm-hmm. And so the lucky person this week, this is a John Joseph Massa.
Yes.
Massa, however we think we want to say it there. But can you kind of walk us through how he's ended up on our list here?
Well, the warrant came down in October 2nd, and he knows he has it. It stems from a case 2023 Lincoln Police Department possession of cocaine and also a felon in possession of a firearm. So he is dealing in narcotics and having a weapon. So we would really like to get him off the street, and we have not been able to. We do believe he is in the area. We just don't know quite where at. And so we're asking the folks, hey, if you know where he is or if you see him, please give us a call. But we consider him armed and dangerous, so please don't confront him, come up to him, give us a call, give the Lincoln Police Department, no matter what, if you're in a different area, jurisdiction, please give them a call. We just really want to get him in custody.
Yeah, and in the little blurb you sent me, it's apparently known to use various vehicles and even motorcycles. So we can't even necessarily pinpoint, like, hey, he drives a whatever gray Honda.
Yeah, he seems to have the ability to get different vehicles and use them. And again, that makes it hard because we don't know exactly what we're looking for. And we use that a lot on trying to locate people. Now, some folks, they don't always park at their house, but they park nearby. And that's how, we always are at the lookout and looking for those.
And we always say, again, even if like you think maybe I saw this person at such and such place, but I'm not 100% sure, you guys want to know. Even if, like, hey, we're suspicious, but we don't know for sure.
Yeah, we'd much rather have the call. We will look into it. We'll keep your name out of it. And that's why Crime Stoppers, right?
That's right.
In doing that part. But we'll do the research and work and to verify if it is or if it's not. Because if you call and it isn't him, you really, we'll work it for a little bit and figure it out and be done. But if it is, then that's a big win for us. So we'd take it.
Yeah, and so we mentioned it, obviously, reach out to you guys. And so have on the screen here, again, just kind of some of the ways. Is there a best way that you guys like to kind of take maybe tips or anything like that?
It depends what it is. I mean, if it's an emergency, 911, of course.
Yeah.
6,000 goes into dispatch for non-emergencies. They can call in. And again, if you want to give us a tip via email, if you want to call them or text them, however you want to do it, we'll take it anyway because we're always checking it.
And again, you can also go to that, I had it up on the screen there, the LancasterLookout.com. Again, that is this website, maybe on here on the screen. My button didn't want to do it here, so let's see if I can punch it up here. LancasterLookout.com right here. And again, you got several individuals there that are kind of on the list, so it's not just Mr. Massa here that we're kind of keeping an eye out on.
No, that's one of our highest viewed pages on our public webpage.
Gets the most hits.
Gets a lot of hits. Yes,
other case we did want to talk about today, and it's I shouldn't say necessarily a case. We're just looking for information.
Yeah, this one's kind of sad.
It is kind of sad, and again, kind of a similar story to, I believe, Zephyr, the puppy
down in Gage.
down in Gage County. We have another dog that was found out at Branched Oak Lake.
Well, we think so. That's because
We think.
Yeah, we did not get called out there. We got called to the Humane Society on the 22nd, and they're saying, hey, this dog was dropped off, and you can tell it hasn't been taken very good care of. You can see its bones and all that, but we do believe it got taken to the vet right away. And it is doing a lot better.
Good.
But we get called out there, and it's a Good Samaritan, and found it at Branched Oak Lake. So we're going off what the individual who didn't identify themselves is telling us. So that's why we're mentioning Branched Oak Lake. But honestly, it could be anywhere in the area. So don't get thrown off if people are like, hey, you know what? I think that dog was someplace else, that it could be on that. But we don't know who the owner is, and we really would like to find out who that is, because that poor little thing.
Mm-hmm. Again, like you said, from the picture there, again, you can see the bones. You can obviously tell that dog has been through a lot there, and we want to make sure we get it taken care of.
Yeah,
so.
it's a 2-year-old is what they're believing on that. And like I say, for a 2-year-old dog to be that little and that skinny is not good.
I say, and do we know what sort of breed?
You know what? They did not say that on that. I'm guessing it looks like it may have. I'd be guessing if it is.
I would
It's
be
a mixed
too.
breed, I would
Yeah,
say.
I feel like I could see some collie in there, maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that. But
The sad thing is it's so skinny, it's hard to tell anything.
yeah, it is. Again, you can see like his hips, the joints, the hip sockets there. You can see that on his rear end there. So
He's had a rough go of it for a
but
while.
doing better now.
Doing better now, you bet. And
that
like
is
any
good.
time, the Capital Humane Society, people always looking to adopt, and you know what? It's good when we have them out there to do that and take care of these poor animals.
And they do.
It's
Yeah,
sad that
they do a great
this is
job.
the second one,
Yeah, I know.
and what, a month?
Yeah.
So not
but
good.
No, it's not good. But again, Capital Humane Society does a wonderful job again rehabilitating those animals. So love to hear that he is doing better. But we would just like some information. Just
We
anyone
would.
thinks
And
thinks they know anything, let you guys know.
And we're lucky. People really care about animals and those dogs. And hopefully somebody will know something and be willing to come in. And they can use Crime Stoppers. They can call us directly or anything. We just like to have the information.
100%. And so last thing we wanted to talk about, obviously, it is late October.
Yes, it is.
And that means it's been spooky season now for a while, which I have to imagine for law enforcement, is that a time you guys look forward to? Because I feel like troublemaking maybe ticks up a little bit around Halloween. I don't know.
You know, it depends. I think when I first got hired, there was a lot more going on, of picnic tables thrown in the streets and cars parked and moved over. We don't have quite as much of that these days. You know, the kids seem to go out and are with parents and doing those things. But yeah, it's certainly a time to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
We're you know, we always give out the tips and make sure the kids don't run between cars in the street, use the crosswalks. And another thing is costumes, glow sticks, great, any kind of glow tape, anything, a flashlight. Just
Something reflective.
You know, another thing, we were out at trunk or treat yesterday, and some of the kids would have these masks on and they can't see.
Yeah.
And so that's another thing. You need to make sure your kids can see and their vision's not blocked, and that their costume fits so they're not tripping and falling and doing those things. And please, please, please make sure you tell them never go in somebody's house you don't know, and definitely do not ever get in a car with somebody you don't know. We don't need something horrible like that happening. And make sure you have an adult pick the check the candy and do those kind of things. And adults, stay off your phones, get your lights on early, pay attention, slow down. We just want to have a safe, fun holiday and nothing bad happen.
I think as a parent now, there's nothing more stressful than seeing my children sprint up staircases to someone's front door. Because again, they got the costume on, so maybe it's got, it's long or whatever, and I'm just like, just walk. Everyone's going to get there. Everyone's going to get the candy.
Yes.
It's stressful. So, okay.
And another thing, too, is if you have older kids, make sure that they're going out in pairs and that you know where they're going and what route they're going, and make sure that they have what time they're supposed to be home, then they get there on those things. And also, there's some parenting apps that you can use to make sure that you know where they are, because, like I said, Lincoln is a pretty safe place, but you still want to be very careful.
You do. You absolutely 100% do. We just started having our kids walk home from school.
Oh.
So I threw the Apple AirTags in their backpacks there, so I can be like, okay, they're on their way home. I can see them. They're halfway there. They're good. So yeah, but always kind of keep track of them. All good tips, all good things to know. Again, like you said, we usually do a pretty good job here in Lincoln. But
And we got a big game coming up.
night game,
Yes.
Saturday night.
Yep.
I'm sure traffic is going to be lovely in and around the stadium and around the county.
Yeah, it picks up slightly. I tell you that the night games though. A lot of times people are heading home and most because the afternoon games and the morning games, people will mingle downtown and do those things. But when it's 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, a lot of people are going home, and that's probably when the traffic is at its worst. And it depends how well they do and how mad the fans are at the refs and things of that
It's
nature.
true. It's true. I went to my first game of the season last week. Obviously the alcohol sales have been having in the stadium. I didn't see anyone. I didn't hear of anything. I think that's for the most part gone fairly well.
It has. I've worked the games a lot, and I am glad to see this over the years. Some of the issue was having people go out, and then you have to rescreen them, especially at halftime. So you're screening them when the game before the game begins, and then at halftime and throughout the whole thing. And it's just so much more secure. You screen them well one time, you get them in, and then you're done.
You're done.
And I don't know about you. $12 beers would be very hard to have very many of them. So that's another thing on that end of it. And we really haven't. I have not noticed any issue. Honestly, I think maybe it's even gotten better with the sales. So
that's good. That's good. And last thing, because you kind of mentioned it, but the roads, it's obviously harvest time.
Oh yes.
So you got equipment out on the roads. Always just a good reminder. And I mean, daylight saving starts this weekend, so it's going to be dark at 5:30 in the evening.
Luckily, a lot of them I've gotten the stuff, the corn and the beans out. Another thing we need to also remember with that is the deer are starting to move and it's starting to get into rut and doing all those things. So yes, those like you were talking about harvest combines and tractors and semis fully loaded don't pick up speed real quick, and be careful and be patient. Don't pass on a hill where you can't see and things. That's just when bad things happen on that end of it. And keep your eye out for the deer and be watching and be scanning those ditches because they're going to start to be moving a lot.
Yeah, they jump out of nowhere.
Yes.
And they get you. All right, we covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, we did. We've been gone a long time. We had to, right?
That's right. Anything else then top of mind for you guys over at LSO?
Hey, just, we're coming into the holiday seasons and all that, and the weather's going to start to change and do that. Make sure your car's ready and you got your equipment ready for colder weather and that, so you're not stranded out there and freezing and
100%.
do all that stuff. So, yeah, and we'll probably talk more about that as it gets going.
Like I said, do it now before it gets cold.
Correct. Check those tires, make sure everything's up and running and you're ready for it.
100%. All right, Deputy Houchin, appreciate your time as always. Thanks so much for coming in. Appreciate everyone for tuning in and watching as always. As always, keep it tuned to 1011, both on air and online, for all the latest. And until next time, hope everyone has a nice Wednesday.
1011 News is everywhere. Download our smart TV apps,